It's 60 years after the war's over, the siege at the temple, after the machines were at the gates. It's 60 years after Matrix Revolutions. And comparatively speaking, compared to what Zion was in the state of near apocalyptic destruction they were always under the threat under, there is a functional peace in place with the machines. They have enough resources, they can grow strawberries. They're partnered with machines. The machines aren't looking for them. And General Niobe from the first trilogy, who is running the place, who grew up in the war, who fought in the war, who had nightmares of the war for years after the war was over, she remembers all of this. And she said it herself that they can't beat the machines. But the machines aren't really looking for them. So then you have this new captain of hers named Bugs, who's like, oh, we're going to find Neo and we're going to free Trinity. And she should be fired. Because if Neo and Trinity are being used as an electrical conduit to create power, energy, which is food for the machines, right? Because before all of this, there was a civil war due to the instability of the Matrix, due to a lack of energy and power and stuff. And so the machines were killing each other, right? And so now that you've got Trinity and Neo together making a positive negative charge conduit that's power, that's helping stabilize the food source for the machines, the character of Bugs, by the action of messing with their food supply, is going to provoke a war with the machines that will cost the entire city of Io. But they don't know this. They don't see this. They don't have to worry about the destruction of mankind because they grew up in peacetime. Niobe remembers this. And the smartest thing she does is when she tells Neo, no, you can't go run off and save Trinity because that could endanger the entire city. That could destroy everything they worked so hard to build. And she has a responsibility to the city. But Neo doesn't at this point because the cycle of the machines destroying Zion is over, right? In the original trilogy, they said it happened 6 times before. The prophecy of the One is completed, and everyone and everything that Neo knew is long gone. The world is completely changed, and he has no allegiance to these people. So he doesn't have a responsibility anymore. He's not a part of their society. He doesn't have the script of importance, of prophecy, of power, of responsibility toward being the savior of mankind. He's just a guy. And the only thing he has left are these people from a fan club that think he's really cool and his girlfriend. So without any of that societal responsibility keeping him from destabilizing the machines and provoking a war, he goes off to save his girlfriend. And then that will inevitably destabilize the machine's food source. So I kind of think Neo's the bad guy at the end because, or at the very least, he's not being very heroic, right? Because I think if anybody's kind of the good guy in this, I kind of think it might be the analyst, right? It's Neil Patrick Harris's character. And this is because his job, his mission, his goal is to generate the most amount of power and food for the machines as possible. It leads to the most stability, which has led to the peace between the humans and the machines. If you take away stability, the war begins again. Neil Patrick Harris's character maintains this stability for the entire planet through his food supply. Neo freeing Trinity and running amok in the Matrix, doing whatever they want, is going to endanger that. And if you've got billions of people being grown in farms, where are you going to put them? And so while I loved the Matrix Resurrections, I kind of thought that at the end of it, Neo and Trinity were the bad guys. And if they ever do create a fifth movie, I so hope they look at it from that perspective of you have this guy that used to be a celebrated, integral, powerful part of society. All of that passed him by. So now he's only beholden to her and she's only beholden to him. And then they're running amok, doing whatever they want in the Matrix. And they have to stop them. Because with the disruption of the machine's food source, it's only a matter of time before Neo and Trinity's actions destroy the peace with the machines and begin the war of General Niobe's nightmares once again.